Hello and namaste. Today is 5th of November, and all, all, people are going crazy. You are going crazy. Children, small children, kids, 15 years of age, 7 years, 6 years, you see, they're going nuts. Everybody's going nuts. So we have to understand this very thing that human civilization, the time from the very inception when we started to begin to understand, to raise our intellect, and we started to experiment and discover new things at the same time, the very core was always unfulfilled. But there were always distractions, and the biggest distraction was for survival, which in the current age is not there. Survival is no longer into picture. Because any which ways you have got, not everyone, but majority of the masses, the survival is taken care of, which was a big distraction in the previous generations. For them, the inner hollowness was always there, but the inner restlessness was always there. But the only thing which was distracting them to actually look into it was the survival mechanism. Always being distracted by how to make a living or how to actually get food for today's meal. That was the most important thing, which is not the case now. Now you are watching this reel, probably you had your food, no, tummy full, and not the food that you had, probably more than what you need. So everything that we are consuming now, everything that you are consuming now, it's more than what you need. Be it food, be it the content, be it the reels, videos, people around you, everything, materials. You've got everything, so much of it that you want to consume it all. And the more you consume, because now the distraction of survival will not work. You cannot distract yourself with the survival mode because now you have good amount of food, more than you need, good amount of materials, more than you need, good amount of streaming online, binge watching, more than you need. And the more you start in this consumption pattern, consume, more consume, the more you will feel that the wholeness that your innards, the very core of you is getting more restless. Because some of the other you're trying to say that, I will get entertained, I will watch one more reel, so I'll feel more happy. But this happiness will cause more pain because this is just a dopamine triggered happiness. One way or the other, you just taking some content inside you and expecting some reward. So your brain will give you a reward, but eventually it will create more levels of pain because it's reward that you have eventually accomplished, not accomplished actually, it's just a reward being given to you by consuming. And this will cause serious level of pains in the end because any rewards that you've taken without any physical efforts, without any actual getting out of comfort zone and getting the rewards being in your own comfort zone, this will trigger pains. This is how it works. When you take in happiness through some sort of material consumption, or when you try to make yourself happy by some other means, which is through outside dependency, then eventually it will create inner turmoil. In any which ways, it will inevitably happen. You cannot stop that inner hollowness to expand, that inner restlessness to expand, the way you are trying to treat it through more and more consumption pattern. I understand this very thing, the very mental health issue that you're facing, and the current masses will be facing, and the future masses will be facing probably, would be increasing more and more because the age of information, the age of industrial revolution, more and more materials available to consume, more and more content available to consume. And with so much of consumption, it will lead to more and more havoc, restlessness in your deepest core. Because the one who is watching and consuming is because he's living the reality which is completely distorted. He's living his own identity, his own persona, a character which is playing in this life, which is illusory a substance. It's not the real thing. It's not essentially relevant. It's just his own creation. It's your own creation, your persona, your labels of your name, nationality, gender that you're giving. It's needed biologically. It's needed. The gender is needed biologically. But we internalize it to that level that it becomes our own character, and we play that character, and we get entangled in it. So therefore, we need tools to actually come out of this mental health crisis that will be increasing. So install Miracle of Mind application. You use it, bro, for 30 to 60 or 90 days, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And you distance your own false construct that you yourself created, or you distance it to a level that when what actually is in the deep downs of your innards will come to the surface and will make you blissed out.